The price of CRO might be getting a bounce at the 10-cent level. It looks like we broke down below a range, but perhaps we are getting a little bit of a bounce for CRO today. If you take a peek at the chart, you'll see that we are currently sitting at 11 cents, looking like perhaps this weekly candle actually might have closed a little bit of a bottom at the 10-cent level, maybe getting a bounce here. We are not out of the woods yet, my friends, for the price of CRO. I want to talk to you guys about this weekly candle. Is this a true bounce? Are we going to be going up to this 12 at 13 cent trend line, or are we going to be breaking lower? Well, Bitcoin is moving up today in a nice way after getting a pretty big red candle yesterday. And there's a lot of fear over MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor today. I want to look at some big stories regarding crypto.com and CRO. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. The media group for the president, Trump Media Group, and Crypto.com's partnership is pretty big. We heard this story. If you paid attention to the price action on CRO, the whole reason we got this big pump up to 37 cents was because of this story right here. Well, it's making headlines again today and yesterday, but here it is getting an article in Decrypt's publication. Trump Media and Crypto.com 6 billion. Cronos Treasury inches closer to a public debut. Yesterday, we talked about how the S1 filing is now put in with the SEC. They are looking to get this to go live. Now, at some point, probably in 2026, I would say, we're going to be getting a Cronos ETF. The deal closing is expected in, yes, Q1 of 2026. Okay, I didn't even read that yet, but there you go. At which point the firm will be renamed Trump Media Group CRO Strategy Inc. So Trump and CRO in the same title. Now, some people are wondering, there was a whole saying, if President Trump wants to be the crypto president of the world, some people are in the crypto space are kind of angry, right? The quote is, I'm tired of winning, Mr. President, because we've been losing so much in this industry. Some people are blaming the president for extracting value from the crypto market. I think it's still a little early to tell if the president is positive or net negative for the crypto industry. Certainly the meme coin was very interesting. However, and maybe not the best. However, the Trump Media Group CRO Strategy Inc. Could be quite spectacular for crypto.com and CRO. And I don't really see a lot of downside to it. Now, the only downside would be is obviously the president is a very controversial figure to some. And so maybe that will scare some people actually away because 50% of the country loves him, 50% of the country hates him. That seems to be the way. So that's the only negative that I find in this. But 50% of America loving him could actually be quite very good for CRO and the price of this token. It got a huge pump when the news came out, so that certainly looks pretty good. Let's see what comes next. Now, there is another story that I wanted to share with you guys regarding Cronos and Crypto.com's Cronos. Cronos Labs is now welcoming a new head of their ecosystem, and this was put out by the CEO of Crypto.com. He actually shared this post himself. I think if I go back here, there you go. Welcome to the team at Ed Adlard. Cronos Labs welcome Edward Adlard as the new head of the ecosystem. Apparently, he is bringing proven Web 2 scale and Web 3 ecosystem leadership to help growth, partnerships, institutional adoption for Cronos Labs. You want CROcoin to succeed? Well, the President Media Group partnership with CRO could be certainly good. But very important, I think, as well, is that the Cronos chain continues to grow and get adoption. I'm bullish on crypto. I've been bearish on the market lately. I'm currently $3,700 in the profit on a short position on Bitcoin over on Blowfin. Now, when you guys sign up for Blowfin, by the way, in the link of this video, you'll get access to our private Discord. In our private Discord, you can talk with me and Blacksea directly, as well as everybody else that's in our Discord as well. It's free to join Blowfin. You sign up for Blowfin, you get access to our private Discord. There's also a trading contest of sorts going on where if you have enough trading volume, there's different prizes like Apple AirPods, a Nintendo Switch, or a Rolex watch. I've been doing a lot of trading. I've been to the short side. I've got this take profit set at $2,000 in the profit on this Bitcoin short I've been in for now a few weeks. and my XRP trade got stopped out in the profit. So I'm doing a lot of trading, and I think that Blacksea is still in a very profitable CRO short as well. Yes, he's been shorting the market despite all these wonderful stories, the president's media group and the Cronos new head of ecosystem, which is great. This isn't anything that's going to be pumping the price today. We already saw the big price pump on the original story the first time we heard about the president's media group partnering with CRO. I don't think that subsequent stories from moving forward are going to be any kind of impact on the price. I actually don't believe that when the CRO ETF launches, it's going to cause any kind of massive move immediately. However, I do think it's going to help concrete a future for CRO over time, having a traditional financial product like that. Now, who is this Ed Adlard guy? Well, look at his X account and you'll see he's a guy on a motorcycle over by the, I think that's, what is that? The San Francisco Bridge? I don't know what that is. He's got 190 followers. So he's not a very known figure. Who knows? But apparently he's a game changer whose influence will be felt across every layer of the Cronos ecosystem. The Cronos ecosystem and people in Cronos are very excited about this. And you know what? I am too. I like to see that they're continuing to change it up. Even if we're in a bear market, there are opportunities here to help advance their position as a top exchange, to have Cronos advance the actual use case and the excitement within the Cronos change, to continue to build on that chain. Building in the bear markets, that is very important. We actually launched this YouTube channel in a bear market, and here we are today at 50,000 subscribers. And if this is truly a bear market, like we personally right now think it is, we'll continue to build in this bear market, just like Cronos Labs is doing. And I'm trying to continue to build my crypto portfolio, even though I lean bearish on crypto for a potential bear market, and I'm shorting the market, doesn't mean that I'm not bullish on crypto. I'm shorting the market to make money. I can take this $2,000 that I'm inevitably going to profit on this, and I could buy some Bitcoin with it. I could buy some Cronos with it. I could buy whatever, especially if we get a dip. Now I've got more fuel to buy the dip. If I'm holding spot positions, which I am right now, and those are coming down because the market's coming down, at least I'm making money here, and I'm able to take those profits and put them in the coins that I like Bitcoin, like CRO, like Solana, whatever it might be for you guys. And that's kind of been my play. Again, the link to sign up for Blowfin is in the description of this video. You'll get access to a private Discord where you can chat directly with me and Blacksea. Do your own research as always, my friends. We are not financial advisors. We are not here to give you financial advice. But check out the cool sign-up bonuses if you haven't taken advantage of those, and get access to our private Discord if you haven't done so already. Very cool to see this story going on. More advances for Crypto.com's Cronos chain. More media coverage regarding the Trump media and Crypto.com partnership. Remember, they still do have $5 billion that they could buy. That would be interesting to see what they do with that extra $5 billion set aside to buy CRO. Once that CRO spot ETF goes live, it could be very, very interesting, guys. That's all I have in this one. I am Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. The market's moving up today. Oh, let me go back over to this chart. What do I think comes next for the CRO price? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Bitcoin is right now getting a nice rally because the quantitative tightening has ended. If Bitcoin can continue to rally, then I think that CRO coin, is easily going to come back to 12 cents and 15 cents. Right now, a little bit hesitant to I would be hesitant to open up a long. And I actually am a little hesitant to open up a short right now on CRO, but maybe that is the play. It just depends. If Bitcoin gets some kind of retracement, like if Michael Saylor comes out and starts selling Bitcoin and Bitcoin dips, well, you can certainly expect more dip for CRO. We're not out of the woods yet for CRO. Keep an eye on this weekly candle. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this weekly candle. If this weekly candle can actually close higher or at the same level that this previous weekly candle closed, maybe there is actually a bottom being formed here at 10 cents, which would be spectacular. It looked like we broke through it. Maybe we're forming a bottom here, though. That is possible. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA. Hold on, my friends. I'm Crypto Kip. This is Crypto Report. 2 videos here if you want to check them out. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Peace.